YouTube has just revealed quite possibly the most severe change that will potentially kill off all Roblox YouTubers starting on August 13th.
It is a big problem, and there needs to be something done about this. It is truly out of control now.
We are so incredibly cooked.
This feels like we're going way too far in the wrong direction.
This will inevitably harm creators, it will inevitably harm users.
It's so absurd, man. I cannot believe how quickly this is getting out of control.
This change, involving an AI age verification for users over and under 18, will impact millions of YouTube creators and viewers, including you and me, even if you are over the age of 18. This situation has spiraled so far out of control because other platforms like Spotify and Discord are also adding age verification checks. Other countries are literally just banning YouTube for teens, and normal people like you and me are retaliating and even finding methods to bypass this. So what on earth is going on here? And why am I circling the subscribe button? Please click it. Alright, so we're on the YouTube blog, and it starts off by saying extending our built-in protections to more teens on YouTube. We're extending our existing built-in protections to more teens on YouTube using machine learning age estimation. Now keep this machine learning in mind because we're going to be talking about that later. But here's how it works. They're going to be using AI to interpret a variety of signals that will determine if you're a user over or under 18. And these signals come from the types of videos you're watching, so they're going to be scanning your entire browsing history, the categories of videos they have watched, like, you know, gaming, fitness, whatever, and the longevity of your account. Now, if you're actually caught as a under 18 YouTube user, here's what's going to happen to you. Alright, so they're going to disable your personalized advertising. This is more disastrous for YouTubers because they're going to be taking a hit to their advertising revenue. Then they're going to be turning on digital well-being tools. And finally, they're going to be adding safeguards to recommendations, including limiting repetitive views of some kinds of content. Now, what does this exactly mean? Well, luckily they've shared us a little document here on what they're going to be limiting. So here we can see some stuff that makes sense, like portrays teens to be cruel and malicious or encourages them to ridicule each other, but others are straight up questionable, like idealizes specific fitness levels or body weights. One of the biggest creators that really inspired me for my fitness journey as a teen was this YouTuber named Brownie, and here we can see like insane body transformations. I remember watching this when I was a kid. I was like, dang, like I could be like that too. And that's what got me into doing like push-ups, pull-ups, dips, and he's the one that basically helped me transform my entire fitness and health levels. But with this new recommendation safeguard, I mean, idealizing specific fitness levels or body weights is required for specific videos like transformations where they compare what their body was like before and after, right? That is literally idealizing a body weight, a healthier body weight, that is. Here's another one. He got called fat, so he got shredded in 90 days. That's still idealizing a specific body weight. This is basically blocking off an entire generation of teenagers from getting fit. Like, that's ridiculous. We also have like unrealistic or bad financial advice. That one's questionable, like what really is good financial advice? And this one is also slightly concerning, like non-contact fights, social aggression. Does that just mean like every drama channel is gonna be like shafted? I really hope that isn't the case, but we'll have to see. But yeah, this is the most concerning part. If the system incorrectly estimates a user to be under 18, they will have the option to verify that they are 18 or over using a credit card or government ID.
Surely that's going to be like really secure, and it's not going to be used for any kind of like tracking or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with forking over all of your identification and your credit card information to corporations or the government directly, so that way they can actively monitor you and censor you and basically control what you have access to. What's the big deal?
If I told you that this was happening, 5 years ago, you would probably look at me crazy and think that I was in some cyberpunk dystopia. But nowadays, people in America can't even watch a YouTube video without handing over their government ID or facial recognition features to all of these private corporations. I mean, I would understand if you went to a bar or nightclub and you needed to verify your age because you look a bit younger, but an ID check to watch a YouTube video? That is just complete blasphemy.
Visiting a website, and in order to go on the website, you have to upload a selfie of yourself so that some AI robot somewhere can guess your age. Like, that's crazy. That feels so wrong.
And for many Roblox YouTubers who primarily have an audience of kids under 18, they'll all be taking a massive hit to their revenue due to all under 18 accounts removing personalized ads, which pay significantly more than non-personalized ads.
Once you get rid of targeted advertisements, the value of those ads drop dramatically, and it will absolutely crush the ad revenue that the channel is making. Channels will be hurt, and maybe that is, the more minor of the concern for the general populace here, but obviously as someone who makes YouTube videos, it's a big concern for me personally.
This cut in income will drastically reduce the sustainability and financial security of being a Roblox YouTuber, or any gaming YouTuber for that matter, because the audience for gaming YouTube usually is kids under 18. And this move by YouTube can kill off many Roblox YouTubers that were previously able to survive financially in this economy on their YouTube earnings through ads, but now starting August 13th, won't be able to afford to do that anymore. And this also applies to YouTubers who hire editors, thumbnail designers, or other workers to do work for their channel. A great example of this are the Cash and Nico channels that do Minecraft videos. They also have Roblox channels where they make different Roblox videos, but the most interesting part is that they were actually interviewed about their YouTube business in this video by Ryan Mitchell.
How many employees or like people on your team do you have?
Right now, like 65, 70.
Oh, that's more than I would have guessed.
This massive YouTube change would not only kill off most of their audience, who are younger than 17, but also negatively impact the people they employ, that work for these YouTube channels for a living. As I've said before, YouTube is a symbiotic relationship. Creators, either by themselves or with these teams, create this kind of content for YouTube, and YouTube pays them back with a cut of their ads. If creators can't afford to upload this content anymore because of this cut to revenue, then YouTube won't have any content, essentially destroying the relationship and also the entire platform in general, which will kill off a ton of gaming creators, including Roblox YouTubers.
I know a bunch of creators that were hit from YouTube's Made for Kids thing back in like 2019, 2020. They went from earning a livable wage with employees, script writers, editors, thumbnail artists, etc., to basically nothing.
And as we've discussed previously, David Baszucki, the CEO of Roblox, was actually caught supporting this movement by supporting the COPPA 2.0 bill, which prevents users under 17 from being shown these personalized ads. This is extremely hypocritical, as Roblox is literally a platform that would have nothing without its users and creators, kind of like YouTube. Yet they are actively targeting the YouTube creators that gave them the exposure and popularity that they have now. And we haven't even talked about the most concerning part of the situation, the serious cybersecurity risks of uploading your personal ID to these websites. Here we have Nextbit, a technology website, and they're saying YouTube's new AI feature is stupid and potentially dangerous. One thing they bring up is that it is unclear what AI deems to be childlike behavior on YouTube. Does watching an animated series qualify you as a child in the eyes of YouTube? How about misspelling something during a search? Which is true, I was literally searching up Cocomelon for a previous video, and I don't know, maybe YouTube thinks I'm a little kid now. Or what about parents who have little kids that go on their accounts and they watch some Ryan Toys reviews and all of a sudden the parent has to verify their ID. So why is this dangerous? Well, sharing your personal ID with private corporations online is a risky move, one that can have long-term consequences. Unlike government institutions, private companies aren't bound by the same strict data protection standards. Once your ID is in their hands, it can be stored indefinitely, shared or sold off to third parties, or exposed in a data breach. Even companies with good intentions can fall victim to cyber attacks, and leaked identity documents are a goldmine for criminals looking to commit fraud, open accounts in your name, or steal your identity entirely. In short, handing over your ID online is like giving strangers the keys to your life. Many companies combine ID data with other personal information they've collected, like your browsing habits, location, and purchase history, to build detailed profiles that can follow you from platform to platform. And soon, instead of your username and IP, that info may be attached to your government ID, which is absolutely crazy and also very lucrative for these companies. If they're able to do this, they can bundle up all this information about you, attach it to your government ID or your real name, and then sell it off to third parties for advertising purposes or marketing purposes. It's so dangerous. And once your real life identity is tied to your online activity, escaping it becomes almost impossible. Basically, these guys will know everything about you. And even worse, if this data is ever sold or leaked, you have no control over who sees it or how it's used. And what's most concerning is that these companies have had histories of data breaches before. In August of 2020, YouTube, along with TikTok and Instagram, had a breach that impacted data related to 235 million people. Here we can see the Roblox breach that occurred in 2022 and was initially sold on the dark web behind a paywall before surfacing online for everyone on 2025, meaning that if your ID is leaked, you might not even know until years later. And of course, all around the world, this is not just happening to YouTube. Here we can see Spotify confirm if I'm 18 plus. We need to check your age to access certain content and features on Spotify. We need to make sure if you're 18 or older. Of course, they got the facial age estimation, which will scan your face to estimate your age. And then we got the ID verification, which you can use if your age check was inaccurate. inaccurate. And again, if you can't do all this for them, then you cannot use Spotify, and your account will be deactivated and eventually deleted. If we still can't confirm you're old enough to use Spotify, or if no action is taken within 7 days of reactivation, your account will be permanently deleted. You can't even listen to music these days without an age check, bro. Here we can see Discord getting some action. We got Discord's automated systems blocking my account and requiring age verification due to this message. I am 30. And here we can see someone saying I'm literally double his age. Their account has been permanently suspended, and it affects their account status for 2 years. And the only way to get around this is obviously, giving them your ID, just a little ID here and there, we just need it for verification. Totally not for other reasons that we'll be talking about later. And of course, Discord has the same thing. We got you verifying your age group with the face scan or the ID, and then you'll be banned if you're not an adult, so big ups. This is absolutely insane. People cannot adjust their NVIDIA graphics card settings on their gaming PCs anymore because they aren't 18 thanks to the Online Safety Act. We appreciate your interest and encourage you to come back later.
Every company is now putting in these age verification checks which require ID or biometric data, which, as we're seeing unfold in real time rapidly, leads to just basically control and mass surveillance. That's the entire underlying motive behind all of it. It's not about protecting kids. It's not about making sure kids aren't getting access to like dangerous social media, content or anything like that. It is all about getting more of your information so they can monitor you more effectively.
And the worst part is that all of your data is probably being fed to an AI to train their AI models against your will. Another creator named Phoenix SC also made a video on this YouTube issue, and the comments are saying, say it with me, it was never about the kids. And I 100% agree with this. Even if they play it off like this is, protecting children online, I think there's a bigger possibility that it's about the companies who want more control and power. One specific part is AI, right? In order to train these AI bots, they need large amounts of data. This is Alexander Wang, the youngest self-made billionaire, and his company Scale AI literally revolves around giving companies massive amounts of data to enhance their AI models. So if companies like Google want more power and money, especially with Google's Gemini AI bot, what better way to train massive amounts of facial data than on the entire population of YouTube? If they have 2.5 billion monthly active users globally, that is hundreds of millions of faces that they can train using this facial scanning AI technology. And that's why people are saying it was never about the kids. My theory is that they're disguising this as protections for teens, but actually using it for machine learning age estimation. After all, the first company to have an AI to actively interpret a variety of signals and then determine a user's age from that will have an extremely powerful technology around age verification globally. And this isn't just going to affect the United States, because unfortunately, the US is a leader for other countries, especially when it comes to the online world. And of course, this is also expanding to other countries too. YouTube will now be included in Australia's social media ban for children under 16, joining other platforms such as Twitter, X, and Instagram. And it's going to happen on December 10th. But how will they do this? Well, a common misconception about the social media ban is that it will only apply to children. However, in order to ensure teenagers remain off social media, the platform will need to check the ages of all user accounts in Australia. This means every single Australian citizen will be allowing banks and mobile providers to confirm if a user is over 18, asking site users to upload a photo that is then matched with their photo ID, or using facial age estimation technology. But of course there are some exemptions. For example, platforms would be exempt if they had the primary purpose of playing online games, which means that Roblox would likely be exempt if they assess to meet the criteria. Yes, of course, let's ban YouTube, but Australia is perfectly fine with leaving Roblox alone and just keeping it up there. Alright, so YouTube has actually responded to this post which says YouTube will start asking for ID in the US starting August 13th, which is what we've been talking about for this entire video. And here we can see YouTube's official response. As you mentioned in your reply, this won't be required for all users. We've always had the option for age verification via ID or credit card if someone is incorrectly estimated to be under 18. This update is about using better technology to make these estimations. Except this is completely wrong. They've never had this before. Right now, if I'm on a brand new account, I haven't watched anything, and I search up Roblox, I can watch literally any video I want without any restrictions. But if I watch too many of these, Roblox videos, and then YouTube thinks I'm under 18, I might have to start submitting my own ID. And this applies to creators too. If the user is a creator, would we still need to do this since you technically have our IDs? This is because to be a YouTube creator, you have to submit all your, information stuff to Google. But they say, hi there, you'll be notified if you've been impacted, meaning that their AI age estimation thing is going to start scanning creators as well. And then if your videos make you seem like you're under 18, you'll have to submit your ID too. That is absolutely wild. And the reaction has been interesting. Nah, I'm good, I'll bypass it, thanks. Needing ID to watch YouTube is ridiculous, and with how many data breaches happen nowadays, sensitive info like that is just up for grabs. Frick that, lol. At Team YouTube, I don't feel comfortable giving my ID info to anything that is not a government entity. We've always been instructed against handing out personal info to strangers. How does one reconcile this contradiction in ethics? We are witnessing the end of being anonymous on the internet. And it's gotten so bad in the UK that people are even generating mock IDs of their local MPs to protest the Online Safety Act. People have also been pointing out the hypocrisy about the state of the current YouTube platform. If YouTube can use AI to determine my age, surely it can use AI to determine that these are bots. And here we can see all the comment bots on YouTube that flood every single comment section. Here we can also see YouTube keeping up channels like 13 awesome Smasher Pass Forsaken skins. Did Jane Doe just eat female guest? Oh my gosh. What on earth is going on? If the AI already fails at detecting those kinds of videos and comments, then I don't really have high hopes for it correctly identifying your age either. But with the age verification system already rolling out to some countries like the UK, there's also people that are successfully bypassing these checks with creative methods. Now it's gotten so bad that people are actually finding bypasses and methods to get around this. My friend has discovered that you can bypass the new UK restrictions by using Gary's mod, which is a game that was released in 2006. And here we can see themselves in Gary's mod using this face to verify their age on Reddit. Additionally, for facial verifications where you have to like move around, move your mouth and stuff, people are using Gary's mod to open their mouth. Tilt your head up. Slowly open your mouth again. Alright, so they're in Gary's mod, slowly opening their mouth again. And then coming closer to the camera. He's coming closer. Here we can see another person using this, oh my god, absolute abomination, to verify on Discord. And here we can see they're in the adult age group. I mean, yeah, this looks like adult to me. Here we can see another method with the game Death Stranding. By using their photo mode, you can bypass Discord's age verification. And yeah, with this character here, Discord has determined that this is an adult.
This approach is not going to work. Despite all of the efforts to restrict our viewing habits online, people will find a way to circumvent them.
And then for the mates in Australia or for the people in the UK, there's been a large surge in VPNs, which can hide your real location and then transfer you to, somewhere else. For example, if I'm in Australia, but then I set my VPN to like, I don't even know at this point, where could you go? I was gonna say US, but you can't go there. You can't go to the UK. I guess you could go to like Japan, I guess. You just set your location to Japan instead. Then boom, you'll be on Japanese internet and you can get a way around this. 4 of the top 5 free apps on the Apple App Store in the UK on Thursday were VPN apps, with Proton, the most popular, reporting a 1,800% increase in downloads. Now, if you're actually getting into the VPN game, I would highly avoid these free VPNs because all they do is sell your data. If you have $5 a month, I would highly recommend just Mulvad VPN. You just pay every single month. There's no like year or like 2-year subscription where they lock you into it. Just pay for it for 5 months, try it out. I'm not even sponsored. I'm just saying this because I've been using it for a hot minute and all their servers are really fast and nice. So yeah, don't get scammed. Don't use free VPNs. They will sell your data. And yeah, shout out Mulvad. Now, I can't lie. I did look at my YouTube channel age demographics, and unfortunately 8.5 of you guys are under 18. So if you're watching this right now, I'm sorry. I'll be saying goodbye to you forever after the August 13th YouTube update. Also, shout out to 1.7% of the grandpas and grandmas watching my videos right now. Big up. So what are your thoughts on this YouTube age verification situation? I hope I'll still have viewers after August 13th. If not, it was fun knowing you guys. Maybe I'll see you in a couple years when you guys are over the age of 18. And yeah, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and yeah, maybe write your last comment because this might be the last video you see from me. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe for more Roblox and I guess YouTube explained.